Mark, despite one or two nervy moments at times this evening, it was a convincing win. You'll be, no doubt, very pleased.
Yeah, I mean, it became one. The 45th minute was kind to us, and then obviously in the end, once we got the third goal, the end of the game became a little bit unrealistic, playing against 10 and having so many chances. But there were bits in the game that were close. First half had some moments that quite liked, and other moments where it was a little bit slow. But I think across the course of it, when you're making as many changes as we are and getting the whole team through the game, to win the game was important. To look an attacking threat and use the ball well against 10 men at times was good too. And yeah, with the number of changes that we made and 4 debuts on the pitch tonight as well, you know, really pleased with that. So pleased with the outcome of the game and pleased with some really good parts of the performance as well.
Yeah, you referenced the moments just before half-time, which changed the game in a sense. And although your side had played well up until that point, you know, 2 goals and the sending off, and you know it was all kicking off. But the 2 goals from Sam Smith, especially the second one, lovely strike from him, and that'll do his confidence a world of good.
Yeah, definitely. I think for him to score 2, for Nibsy to score as well. I think any time your strikers are scoring goals, whatever they are, that it's good for confidence. And a lot of goals off set plays tonight, and they were a good threat for us. And obviously the sending off. Not only is the sending off helpful for us, but we score straight after that as well. So that obviously helps to go into a more comfortable position at half-time, and the game looks a little bit different in the second half. But there's some good bits in there and some good performances. And I think over the course of 5 weeks or whatever we've been going now, and the number of games that we've had, we used the squad really well. Rotated players around, kept people fit, been able to rest a few tonight that needed it, and I've seen some really good performances. And ultimately, the big story tonight is the young boys that have come in and played the first games. You know, Kai Mackenzie-Lyle's waited a long time for his first game, and he's done that tonight. But Mamadou and Liam Bennett and Kai Yearn, and obviously scoring on that as well on his debut. Terrific news and great news for the academy as well, who are doing some great work.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you used the opportunity to make 10 changes this evening, and you know you've run off a few names there in terms of debuts. Say Carl Mackenzie-Lyle, he's had to wait over a year for his. Mamadou Jobe, Liam Bennett down the right-hand side, and how delighted are you to not only see those players come in to make their debuts as part of their development, but perform in the way they did for 7 years?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not surprised they've played well, because the good players have been with us a long time and trained with us all the way through. We've seen less of Kai in and around the first team, but he's been with us in bits recently and throughout some sessions throughout pre-season in the last few weeks. He's obviously done bits with England's 17s, and that's been recognised. And I think we were the only Category 3 academy that had a player recommended or in that group of players, which is testament to Tom Pell, Jimmy Unwin, everybody in the academy really that has been doing that work with those players for so long. I'm pleased with how they've gone and played. It's a nice first game because it hasn't got quite the same intensity and atmosphere as a league game, but it's a good game and it's a good level, and it's higher than any level they've played at. So really pleased with the impact they had in the game, and it's good for them. You know, we've just presented them there with their debut shirts that they can keep, but like I said to every boy that ever makes a debut, that can't be the last shirt you wear for us. You've got to work now and make sure that there's more for you.
Yeah, so it's testament to the youth system here. Obviously, you've been hugely involved in that, Mark, over the years. Ben Warman, I think 3 assists this evening. Liam Bennett, who played at right back, he won 2 corners, which led to goals. He added an assist for the 4th goal, which Kai Yearn put away. It's a dream debut, really, for many of those players. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's really important that they can get confidence from that, and whether or not they stick with us for a little bit, or a couple of them may go out on a short-term loan to go and get a run of games as we get people back to fitness, because I think getting that balance right between training with us regularly and going and playing games is important. But we'll have them in and around us as much as we can and as much as possible, but we've got to get that balancing act right. And then it almost goes unsaid tonight, because of those stories, that Jack Lancaster makes his first start and was really effective. It's his first 65 minutes in about 5 months. So for us, we know he's going to be a big player for us, and I was excited by some of what he gave us tonight. And the senior boys and the ones that have played the Millwall game last week and this week, Diggers and Dunks in that back four, with an unfamiliar back four, with a goalkeeper that's not played behind them, and an unusual midfield in front. You know, they led the team brilliantly, and I think that's important. I just said to everybody in the dressing room, all the players have played a part over the last month of the season, and this break comes at a nice time for us and gives us a chance to get ready for Lincoln in really good shape.
Yeah, how encouraging was it for you to especially during that second half, to not quite get the third goal, and then Oxford pull one back, and then you're under pressure a little bit to then put the game to bed. How pleasing was that for you, Mark?
Yeah, we needed the third goal, and we had enough moments or enough entries in the final third in the early part. Sometimes the game can become a bit false and a bit slow because you can be quite dominant in periods, but they always had a threat. Adji was a real threat for them up front tonight, and no doubt, no surprise really that he got the goal for them. In a situation we might have done a little bit better in, but it was important that we got the third goal. I think at that point the context of the game changed really, and we became quite dominant in the last bit, had a lot of chances, but yeah, we finished the game strongly, which is good. Overall, most important thing is we've won the game, and puts us in a strong position in the group going into the next one in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, regardless of the competition, a win's a win, continues the momentum, Mark.
Yeah, winning's important. Winning here is important. So yeah, of course, to have the last 3 games here as wins. We're disappointed we conceded a goal tonight, but it is what it is, and we take all the positives from tonight. There's lots of them, and yeah, ultimately the headline grabbers will be the young boys that have got their first games and done well, and rightly so. And now they've got to knuckle down and crack on, because we know the next step and being around the team's a challenge for them. But we're really pleased with where they're at the moment.
Yeah, with the performances they put in, obviously plenty of opportunities. At the back, yeah, to play Paul Digby dropping from midfield at centre half alongside Mamadou, another one making his debut. In terms of those central defensive positions, Mark, what's the situation with Jibril Okadina and, importantly, Greg Taylor at the moment? Any news on those two?
Not really on Greg. Greg's got surgery this week, so we're waiting to hear the outcome of that, and once they get inside his ankle and everything, we'll know the severity of that. But he's got surgery this weekend, so we wish him well with that. And then Lloydie's good. He's had a rest today, which has come really well timed for him. It just allows his ankle and foot to settle down. Connor Masterson's played 3 games in 7 days for the first time in absolutely months, maybe a year. So important that we didn't push him tonight and risk anything there. Jibril's back on the grass running and working with Mikey and Matt. So hopefully he'll join training next week. So yeah, we're looking good. And like I say, I think the fact we don't play this weekend is probably quite good for a number of those boys that have played a heck of a lot of football in the first month. I mean, that's what they're here to do, of course, and they want to be doing it, but at the same time it's been a real challenge for us, and for them to have a bit of time to breathe, as much mentally as physically, to be honest. It'll be good for all of us.
One last question, Mark. We're a couple of hours now away from the...
Pack up and go home, Doug. No news for us.
No business expected.
No late pizzas. I'll be in bed before the deadline, before the window shuts.